If you get 5,000 euros as a gift today, just 5,000 euros, what will you do? Would you save or spend?
Hi, wonderful people. Welcome back to yet another episode of Let's Toast Life podcast.
Yes, so thank you for listening and thank you for joining. We are set to have a great time.
Yes, today we're talking about something that is very, 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 very important: money.
Money matters.
Money matter, don't
Mm-hmm.
they?
Mm-hmm. So I'll start with a quote by billionaire Femi Otedola. He said, "Money you don't spend, you don't own."
But wait, before you go further, do you want to set the context for that quote?
Yeah, you give the story.
The
Come on now.
story,
I know you
people.
want to say the
Hey,
story. I know. I know.
yes. So I
Okay.
told my brother the story. I'll gladly tell all of you.
All right.
So for
Story,
those of you who
story.
are not story, once upon a time.
Mm-hmm.
So for those of you who are not familiar with Nigerian celebrity news, one of the famous celebrities got married. So his name is Mr. Eazi. He's a musician.
Yeah.
But he not just get married to anybody. He got married to one of the children of one of the richest men in Africa, whose name is Temi Otedola.
Femi Otedola.
Okay, so wait. The daughter's name is
Temi
Temi Otedola.
Otedola.
The
Okay.
father's
His
name
name is
is
Femi.
Femi Otedola.
Yeah.
Now, you know, see, you people, you would watch some people get married and you'll be like, hey, it's good to be rich in this life. Oh, anyway, these people, their wedding happened in three places. One was in Dubai, the other was in Monaco, and one was in Iceland. See how I'm even carrying their gist in my head, like as if
Like,
someone is paying me.
like you
Hey,
know the story
God, I
for.
beg you. Okay. Anyway, just to go to the point. So during the speech, after the engagement or during the engagement, the
The bride's
billionaire Femi
father.
Otedola gave a speech, and he was talking about how his daughter, and him have a very special relationship. Apparently, Femi Otedola bought two houses because Temi Otedola said, Daddy, it would be nice to have my engagement ceremony in this house in Dubai, by the way, just for context. In Dubai, he bought two houses, used one house for engagement, right?
Yeah.
The second property for reception.
After party.
And
Yeah.
then during the speech,
Mm-hmm.
he was talking about how Temi said it would be nice to use those properties for her events. And she was like, yeah, Daddy, it would be nice. So, like, Daddy, you can do something about this. And then he's like, yeah, why will he spend this much money? But then he slips over it and he's like, money you don't spend.
You don't own.
Hey, God, I beg.
That's the quote of the year. The money you don't spend, you don't own.
Wow. Okay, I've done my own job, which is
Ye-
to tell you guys the story.
So yeah, today we want to talk about that quote, but of course not just to banter, but to see the things we can learn from it and to share our personal perspectives to what he said. And I think the conversation would be around, finances, saving, spending. So yeah, let's
Mhm.
dive in.
So, the question of the day: should I enjoy my life or should I save more?
So are you team saving or team spending?
I'm team balance.
Yeah, team balance.
Yes. And team time and season. Like when I was in school, when I came to Germany newly,
Like uni.
in my university for my master's, I did not have that much money. For the first semester, I was advised not to work part time, but focus on my studies because that was my primary goal, to get my master's degree and not just get a degree, but a good result. So I remember when I would see other colleagues buying things, spending their money, traveling, I was just basically living my triangular life,
Yeah.
class, library, church, maybe visit some colleagues or whatnot. That was then because I did not have money then,
Yeah.
and it was a season of my life where I couldn't afford to spend my savings on traveling. Now I'm in a different position in my life where I can afford to go on trips,
Yeah.
but also remember that I am not as young as I was back then.
Yeah.
Some people would say, like that time you had
That
more time
that was
on
the
your
time that
hands.
is,
You
yeah.
were a student, so yeah, during holiday time, like maybe when there is a semester break, that's a good time. Now you have to wait till you get a vacation from the office, and
Yeah.
it's not completely in your control, in the sense that you have to check calendar with your other colleagues to see if it's a good time.
Yeah.
And so some people would be like, maybe you should have still found a way to travel back then and spend your money back then, because money comes, money goes. But I still think that there is a season for everything, and
Yeah.
for me that was the season to save. And now I'm in a different season where I'm spending more.
I hear you. So depending on your level, your seasons, you tilt to one more than the other.
Mm-hmm.
So when you were in uni, you tilted more to saving than spending,
Mm-hmm.
and now you are tilting more to spending than saving. Is that what you're saying?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm still saving, but I'm spending more.
So that's
The
that's the meaning of
comparison
tilting.
is
Yeah, it's more. What are you doing more?
more compared to then.
Yeah. Let me ask you a direct question. Now it's you have to choose one. If you have to choose to spend your money or save your money, all things being equal, what will you choose?
Now,
Either now, tomorrow, whatever. Just like if you had the option to choose to
only
save more,
one:
yeah, or
to
to
save more, to spend
spend
more.
more.
Maybe I will choose spend more,
Why?
because I already have a saving culture. I save, but now I'm getting to the point where I want to spend my money. I want to enjoy the good things of life to a certain extent. Okay, let's be clear. Yeah. So I think I want to spend more. How about you?
So yeah, for me, I would say save more because I'm thinking more long term than short term. I'm thinking more about our life the next 5, 10, 15 years for us to be very, stable, to have good financial freedom than enjoying now and
Mm,
in the future we're now hustling.
mm. Apparently, we are on opposite sides of the coin.
Yeah.
Because you want to save more and I want to spend more.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I didn't expect that.
but,
So you want to prepare for tomorrow, because you're saying something about, yeah, 5 years, 10 years,
yes.
15 years, and all that. And
Yes.
I am like, today is for the living, you know to be honest, like, I like the idea of a balance. I don't want to go to the extremes. I think it's good to set money aside to enjoy yourself,
Yeah.
because you're not getting any younger. The responsibilities are going to increase, which means that the money that you're making, you will spend more on other things anyway,
Yeah.
the older you get.
Yeah.
And so I'm wondering if the best time is now, to spend, because money that you don't spend,
You
you
don't
don't own.
own.
My goodness.
But if you spend the money that you own, you don't have any money left.
Yeah, when I heard the quote, I was like, what does this man even mean?
And
Like,
and and this guy is a billionaire. Oh.
what does it even mean? I
The,
mean, like, wait, so if we have money saved somewhere and we
so
don't spend it, it means it's not ours.
yeah.
That's the logical interpretation.
Yeah.
But like, when I think about it, I get what he means. Like, it's not your own, in the sense that in the end you will still use it, you still spend it, but maybe this time around you will spend it for other things that you were not even planning for, you did not decide for or decide to
Yeah.
spend on. This is how I want to interpret his quote.
I remember Aliko Dangote, the richest man in Africa, once said there was a time in his life where he was just seeing that, oh, okay, he's a millionaire, he's a billionaire, and he had never seen that kind of money in his life. Like, so one day he decided that, okay, I would go to the bank. And I think he said he withdrew maybe $1 million or something, just stack of money. And so he went to the bank and withdrew the money. I just and brought all the stack of money home. Like, okay, hey, at least I can see that I have money, not just some money in my account. Of course, those guys are on a whole different level because they are billionaires, and they can if a billionaire spends $1 million, it really doesn't affect him much because he still has much more left,
But
right?
where these
But I
billionaires?
don't think they got to that level by spending, right? Like
Mm,
I just know that if a huge part of the money that you earn you spend, you are
mm,
definitely not going to have enough for
yeah,
tomorrow.
I agree. I agree with you.
You will not even have. So for let's take for example, you want to start a business, you want to do something, you need capital,
Mm-hmm.
right?
I agree. Mm-hmm.
But if you spend all the money that you have, or most of the money that you have today, then what will you have tomorrow? And so I agree with you on the balance, but I think just for myself, I'm more tilted or more into saving than spending. And it has just been my life for the longest part. I just want to just see that the money is in the account or is somewhere, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and I can look like I don't have money. So I was telling somebody that let people think I don't have money and let me know that I have money. and for me to look like and
Mm-hmm.
for me to look like I have money,
Mm,
and everybody's like, this guy, you're looking so sharp, man. Look at the car you're driving, nice car. But I know
mm.
that
Is debt.
I'm I'm in debt,
Mm.
you know.
Okay, you just brought a very interesting perspective. This pressure, like wanting to appear a certain way so people can think that you are doing well or that you have money. And particularly, I would like us to focus on the age. Do you think that younger people are more prone to pressure to prove that they have money?
When you are quite young, you're either just enjoying the money of your parents, or you're starting your career, so you're not really earning so much. And then the people around you that you might want to impress are people whose parents are wealthier than yours. So it's already a stupid decision to try to compete with someone whose parents are much wealthier than yours, right? But then I think the pressure actually gets increased the older you get. Do you agree?
I understand, but I also think that the intensity might be more for younger people because right now we are in a social media age. Young people are seeing some of their peers being YouTubers, making so much money from streaming, from influencing. And thankfully, as adults, we have more wisdom. We know that comparison is the thief of joy, for example.
Yeah.
We also know that everything is about time and seasons, but there are people, young people, who don't have that much exposure to knowledge, to sound wisdom, to be able to differentiate between, okay, this I will not covet. I will not spend to prove anything to anybody. Young people are suffering. I feel like this generation, these ones, the Gen Zs, and they are dealing with a lot. They are dealing with a lot. This access to social media, access to
Yeah.
internet.
Yeah.
When we were growing up, when we were much younger, I don't think I had these many things around me, like I was seeing so many people doing so well, like
Yeah.
right now, I'm like, you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so easy to
Yeah.
get carried away and try to prove a point,
Yeah.
spend money you don't have because everything is Instagrammable. You
Yeah.
just want to show that, you just went on a vacation, you spent this money, you're using the latest phone, money that you don't have. And then the young people will now put pressure on their parents,
Yeah.
you know? Yeah.
Speaking of tool, what do you think about the idea that money is a tool?
Yeah. Money is a tool for sure because it is something that you use to get something.
Yeah.
You can use money to actually open doors. You can use money to get access, especially where we come from. Like, if you have money, you can fix your life. You can,
Yeah.
build a castle for yourself, if you will.
Yeah.
So I do think money is a tool.
And I think it's also good for us to talk about how our culture, especially in Nigeria, really exalts money.
Ah, yes, so
As compared to the culture where we live now, there could be a very wealthy person just living close to you and you would never know that the person is a millionaire. Maybe the only thing that can give you an inkling is maybe with the person's car.
even the
But
car self,
even some
you,
Germans, you know,
yeah,
they could even be driving like a basic car, but they have so much money.
you can't even judge with a car because there are quite a number of people who don't own the cars that they drive. There is a leasing culture here in Germany where people rent cars, more or
Yeah,
less. Like you rent it for like 3 years and you have the opportunity to rent the latest cars, as you want, as your money capacity is. You can rent a 2024 model of a car and people will think you own it, but it's not yours anyway. So looking at what is visible and using that to judge is very difficult in Germany.
so let me ask you a personal question now. If you get 5,000 euros as a gift today, just 5,000 euros, what will you do? Would you save or spend?
I'll do both.
How will you do, so what will you do with it? Will you split it?
Without breaking the money down into like smaller buckets, I will save a huge portion,
How much?
more
What
than
percentage?
50%, I would say. I
More
think,
than
or
50%.
let's say 50%,
50.
at least, yeah.
Okay.
Because this is money that I didn't expect. Like
Okay.
money just came to me, right? So I will, let's say, save at least 50%. Could be more, not less, for sure. And then the rest money, I will definitely do something nice for my family. I will do something nice for myself. I will do something nice for people around me. But you know why I like that idea of doing something nice for yourself? Many of us don't know how to pay ourselves for hard work or pay ourselves. For those who save, the savers, now I'm talking to savers, they are spenders, people who, they work to spend. They once they have money,
Spending.
that money, shebi, is one life now. You only live once. So I spend it till the wheels fall off. But for people who love to save, most times there is this tendency to always think, maybe next time I will do this for myself. But right now, let me put this aside. Me, when money comes to me that I'm not expect, there is enjoyment money. I have to enjoy. I have to say, oh, this clothes, this outfit, I bought it for myself from this amount of money that I got. That perfume, I changed my perfume. I'm so happy that I got a new perfume because I like perfumes, you know. So, to answer your question, I will do both. I will not just save the whole 5,000. No, I won't. What will you do?
I would save definitely a huge chunk of it. I would say maybe between 50 to 60% of the
Mm-hmm.
money, and the remaining 40, yeah, I would, just like you said, like give it to my tithes, give, spend some money for family, spend some
Mm-hmm.
money for myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think I would save more.
Yeah.
But I think it is because both of us, we have the practice and the discipline of saving,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why it seems like that's it seems like the right answer to give. But I
Mm.
think if we ask this question, like we go to the street and ask people if they get 5,000, I think we're going to see people that would say they're going to spend the whole 5,000.
Yeah, like to each his own.
Yes.
I think there we have to also make clear that there are people who maybe don't have responsibilities. So they are just living for themselves. And I think in Germany, people are generally individualistic. So I make my money is my own. I do what I want with my money. Maybe occasionally I can buy a gift for someone, but yeah, no pressure.
Yeah.
It's But where we come from, we have an obligation to family, we have an obligation to friends. There are unwritten rules that your money is not really your money like that, too, And because we are Christians, of course, like we have an obligation to put our money where our faith is. If we say we love God, we want to see his work continue. So it means that our money is not really our own. We're just stewards. We have an obligation to family, to friends, to God. And God is a God that likes enjoyment. He made things for our enjoyment. The Bible says it. So he doesn't want us to just focus on obligation, like to him, to family, to friends, without setting aside something for ourselves to enjoy. That's why I think Solomon in Ecclesiastes was talking about how you should enjoy the fruit of your hard work.
Yes,
You should
yes.
eat, marry, have a good time, because this life, you get plenty problem, you
Yeah,
know?
don't feel guilty. And to be honest, if you were raised in a culture where things were difficult for you, like you experienced poverty growing up, or maybe not like poverty, but like lack, you don't want to go back to that phase in your life ever. And
Mm-hmm.
so there is like pressure on you to make sure that you save, you increase your money so that you're never poor again in your
Mm-hmm.
life. And there you could have some form of guilt when you spend money
Mm.
because you're like, I don't want to spend this money now because if I spend, what if tomorrow I'm in lack? Right? So there's
Mm.
the fear of poverty in the future, the fear of going back to that position, makes some people not want to spend money.
Mm-hmm. And they
A-
are hoarding
And
it,
they are
hoarding
hoarding.
it. Mm-hmm.
And I think that's not, you don't want to live your life
As a hoarder.
as a hoarder, and you don't want to live your life based on fear of, I don't want to be poor tomorrow. And also, in our culture, sometimes we feel guilty spending money because you don't want to like show, you don't want to be like, okay, are you the only one?
Mm.
you know ah, but you guys just moved into your new house. Now you're buying car, and you can afford it though. And it's not like you're trying to splurge.
Mm-hmm.
It's either you've saved for years, or you made a very good investment and you got some good returns, and you
Mm.
just want to spend that money, and you can feel guilty of
Mm-hmm.
wanting to spend money because you are bothered about how people around you might perceive it, or family might be saying, we need this thing and you are
Mm-hmm.
spending this money.
Yeah.
But I also think that is not healthy.
Mm-mm.
I don't believe that you should feel guilty to spend the money that
That
you
you worked
you
for.
worked for, right?
Yeah.
uh it's wisdom to prepare for the rainy days, right? And the Bible encourages that. Learn how to save for the future, because seasons change. You might be experiencing your boom season right now, and of course I know many Christians are like, I would always have money, I would always be rich, and everything will be fine. But uh
Mm. That's
the
not
but the
realistic.
Bible also teaches how to plan for the future
Yeah.
and save. So yes, it's wisdom for you to not eat all of your fruits, but save, get some seeds and sow those seeds so that they can
Mm-hmm.
reproduce for you. But you must also be intentional about enjoying.
Enjoying. Ah, yes. So
Yeah, and that's like myself and my dear wife. Like when we do our budgets, there is enjoyment money there.
yes, now life
There
is,
must, no matter how many percent it is, there it must be there.
even if it's a chinkily
That at least that
small,
chinkling thing,
yeah,
it
you
must be
enjoy
there.
small.
Yes, it's important.
Yeah,
And just balancing, saving and also spending. I think you need both.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think we should do another episode on this money topic.
Yeah.
Maybe we leave it at this point for now, and then we come back again with a part two of Money Matters Matter, where we will talk about practical nuggets for
Yeah.
saving, spending, what
Budgeting.
what we do in our home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
What do you think?
Yeah, sounds like a good idea. Let's have some fun and spicy questions. Are you ready for it?
Okay.
Now, do men tend to splurge more on luxury items than women? Yes or no?
It depends on the people. Okay, give me example of luxury items. Wristwatches, right? Cars,
Bracelets,
bracelets,
rings,
jewelry.
jewelries,
Hmm.
bags, shoes.
It's hard for me to say it's women, and it's also hard for me to say it's men, because in my life I've seen men who don't spend on luxury items, and I've also seen women who don't as well.
Most. So we're talking
Most
about average.
on average. do you know that I have no idea?
Okay.
You do you? What's your take?
I think women spend more.
Okay.
So they splurge more on luxury. Splurge more on luxury items.
Okay.
Are women more likely to prioritize saving over spending, or men?
Who
Men
prioritizes saving over spending?
on an average.
These questions I have, like, for me, it's difficult to answer.
I think men prioritize saving over spending.
But I've also heard of men who, like, once they have money like this, now alcohol, that vodka, whiskey,
I think
martini, that's what will finish their money.
I wouldn't say most men are like that. I would say most men. That's my opinion. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
I might be wrong, but I would say most men would save more than they spend.
Okay. Well, you know me now.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a prudent person. I don't spend, like, I'm a functional spender. I spend on things that would bring me value. I don't just spend for the sake of spending.
Okay.
Right? It's now that I'm trying to, okay, I want this. Let me buy it because just because. I don't need to have a reason. It's part of the enjoyment, right? So that's why I cannot answer, because I look at it from my lens. And I also look around me, like my girlfriends. I don't see them spending also, like,
Okay. So you're not in the your friends are not the Instagram. Uh,
no.
okay, that's why. Who is more likely to spend more on dining out, men or women?
Women.
Okay, this one you can answer.
Yes, because even though women generally cook more at home,
Yeah.
the opportunity to dine out will always be appreciated, because it's kind of like a break from the norm, and it's also a gesture of romance that women appreciate.
Okay. Cool. And then one more question: Who is more likely to feel anxious about financial decisions, men or women?
Women. Women are less likely to take risks, financial risks in general.
Yeah.
Men are more like, yeah, okay, let's try it. Let's see if it works, and because of how we are wired, we would be more worried that something doesn't work out, or how something would work out, than men.
Okay. Agree.
Okay, that's good.
Yep. That's what I got.
All right, this was fun.
Yeah.
People, we hope you enjoyed this episode today, and we would be bringing you more financial related episodes, because this is the first time we are doing something relating to money.
Yeah. Just like, yeah. I think
Yeah,
this one was more like
chit chat.
just banter from Femi Otedola's quote, so what he said, and more also to bring and to emphasize the importance of balancing saving and spending. Like,
Yes.
don't just be a saver, 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 saver,
Mm-hmm.
and not spend, and don't just be a spendaholic,
Mm-hmm.
and tomorrow you're broke.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just learn how to balance both.
Yep, yep, yep. If you enjoyed this episode, you know the drill. Leave a comment. Let us know
Yes.
what you enjoyed particularly. We would also love to hear from you what other topics you'd like us to cover. And please don't forget to share,
Follow,
follow us.
tell
Yeah,
your
just do the
friends
work. Do the good
about
work.
us. Awesome.
All
Thank you,
right,
guys.
people. It's been great. Thanks for
Yes.
taking the time to listen to us today. Speak
And
soon.
yeah, talk to you soon. Ciao.
Toodles.